Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code. This is the Forex Super Model briefing for the 1st of November 2021. The time is, 10 past 4 in the morning, GMT. Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime, North American session. Right, Friday the 29th, in the last trading day, we had a positive opposed driver in the dollar at plus 270, front and back door flows mainly coming out, the euro at minus 231, out the pound at minus 167, and the yen was the positive rock at plus 128, activity plus or minus 398, heavy activity Friday. And over the week then, just for context, we had a positive opposed driver in the dollar again, plus 192. Front and back door flows mainly coming out the euro at minus 147, out the pound at minus 68, and the yen was the positive rock at plus 23, activity plus or minus 215. So you can see Friday basically was in flows was basically identical to over the week, except they were ramped up on Friday. So you had dollar strength, euro weakness and pound weakness, and a bit of yen strength. Intraday then, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We got a negative opposed driver in the yen this time, minus 28, front and back door flows mainly going into the dollar at plus 18, into the pound at plus 11, and the euro is the negative rock at minus 1, activity plus or minus 29. So we've got a reversal in these flows. We've got the yen moving to the weak side, the euro coming up slightly to the rock, and we've got the pound coming up, and the dollar staying put in as the positive secondary driver. So it's technically weakening a little bit, the dollar. Anyway, we'll leave that there and write up the flows, and then do the analysis in a bit. Right, we've written up the flows then. So the euro is weak except against the yen, the AUD and the Swiss. The yen is weak across the board. The pound is strong except against the CAD. The Swiss is weak except against the AUD. The CAD is strong across the board. The AUD is weak except against the yen. The NZD is strong except against the pound and the CAD. And the dollar is strong except against the CAD, the pound and the NZD. So what have we got there? We've got full yen weakness. We've got full CAD strength. And take your pick in the middle really. What's going to knock it about, or has knocked it about? Well, we've had soft China PMIs for services and manufacturing. So inflation is receding in China in the short term there. Today we've got German retail sales, US manufacturing PMIs, and the Bank of Japan monetary policy meeting later on. So we've got inflation data really coming out Sunday night and today. And a bit of German retail sales. So and then Tuesday the 2nd, we've got Reserve Bank of Australia rates decision, and New Zealand employment change. So that sort of boxes that in on the commodity currencies. And Wednesday we've got the big one. We've got the FOMC, the Fed rates decision, US services PMI, more inflation data, ADP, which is a precursor employment change to NFP, and ECB President Lagarde's speech. So it revolves around this sort of build up to Wednesday, which is the Fed rates decision, and all sort of mixed in with inflation data, and we've got the Australian rates decision in there as well. So that's where we are. We're going to stop that there, write up the asset classes, and then do the final analysis. Right, we've written up the asset classes then. So US dollar index, previously big pump up, dropped down, and it's now pretty much recovered. It's 0.18 from the high, so it's nearly 20% off the high, but it's significantly strong. Gold won't like a strong dollar, and it's 0.45 from the floor, so it's below half marks. Oil, big break, it's staying pretty high. It's come back an eighth, 0.125 from the high. Wall Street, S&P, Tech, they've all got the same look. They did this break, although Tech was lagging, and it's staying above the break. The Wall Street is plus 0.1 above the resistance break. S&P is 0.125, an eighth above the resistance break, and the tech is slightly less, plus 0.099% above the resistance break. But basically, they're all just in the same position. They're in lockstep. They're holding above their resistance breaks, roughly an average of just over 10%, 10-11%. Right, US 10-year and the bond. This is the price. Remember, we had this punch down in price, so rising yields, and now we're having this bounce in price, so falling yields. 0.16 from the floor on the US 10-year and 0.14 from the floor on the Euro bond. So basically, we've had a small bounce, 14-16% bounce, and weakening in the yields, but they are fairly locked together, so there's no obviously divergence there at the moment. Copper chopping about, big break, now it's come back, it's 0.45 from the floor, so copper's still weak, it's below half marks. And US steel is the opposite, it's been weak for ages, it's now 0.4 from the high, so it's above half marks, 60% above the floor if you like. So right, we'll rub that out and do the final analysis then. So we've got a big week today. We've got, as soon as you get ADP, you pretty much know you've got NFP, non-farm payrolls on Friday, and then you've got this inflation data. We've got two rates decisions. We've got the Australian rates decision and the Fed, the US, and we've had a lot of rates decisions previously. So let's grab this. Right, so let's write out the majors: dollar, euro, yen, pound, CAD, AUD, NZD, Swiss. Right, so we've got a Fed rates decision coming on Wednesday. That's Wednesday. We've got an AUD rates decision coming. Whenever that is, Tuesday. So that's Tuesday. Okay. And we've got ADP and NFP employment change for Friday, locking us in, and the Fed minutes. So that's Wednesday, boxing us in. We've got equities. I'll link those to the equity transmission on the yen. We've got equities sort of basically parked at about 10% above their resistance break or highs. So that's where we are there. And if you look at the flows for the week, you've got the dollar and the yen being strong last week, which is sort of risk offish, and the euro and the pound being weak, and then in the Asian session you've got this reversal. You've got yen weakness, so you've got yen weakness, you've got euro weakness, which is not standard, and you've got a bit of pound strength, not much, and you've got dollar strength. So excuse me. So if you get yen weakness, you're normally getting risk on, and the dollar would normally be weak with that to get full risk on, but you've not got that. You've got yen weakness with dollar strength, so that suggests certain issues there with regards the Fed on interest rate decision on Wednesday. So if the dollar's not weakening with the yen, then there's probably going to be a lot of crosswinds in the asset classes, and you've got the CAD basically with oil deciding to go up, and in the Asian session, in terms of the flows, we've got full yen weakness and full CAD strength. So we're looking at sort of rising, sort of an inflationary sort of situation probably, and you've got this dollar strength. So this is the market isn't going to particularly like that long term going forward. But so I would suggest you're going to get dollar strength today. So we're going to get a positive on the dollar, and you're also going to get probably a carry on in equities as they've been parked at the top. So dollar yen long is a possibility today, and what else? The pound is relatively strong, but the euro is taking a hit there as well. So, but generally, and the CAD is strong as well. So you probably want to think about being long something with the CAD. Long the dollar to a certain degree. So you could go long CAD yen basically, would make sense. So if you watch out for those, dollar yen and CAD yen on the up, that sort of fits in with the general scenario and the flows as we go forward today and maybe tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But obviously with the data out, things will get knocked about with noise. But anyway, that's the best we can do at the moment for you. This is of interest then, so dollar yen is of interest long, and CAD yen is of interest long as well. So hope that was useful. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.